Yes, family. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, Empress Rosera Menin. Yes, family. One perfect balance. Yeah. So we're a little behind the clock. I give thanks for those who have the patience. Don't mind the advertise that you're gonna be on later. That's just so that Facebook can put it on because you can't schedule a meeting by a certain time. They won't let you do it. So that's just the hype. But we up and running live, so definitely gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh man, teenagers here. I I hope you're watching too. I really hope so. I wish you was here though. Nevertheless, we up and running. So just making sure that my checks and balances in place, right? Yeah, it looking good, looking good. All right, family. Well, for those of us that are here now, okay, I definitely got to save this. Give me a second. Yeah, for sure. I bet the best way to say this, man, is like, listen, man, we in trouble. Yeah, pardon me. See, I agree. We in trouble. I should get some sanitizer because that way, if I don't sanitize my hand, it would say that, the man spreading COVID. I might be the next one to say catch it, like everybody else right now, catching COVID left, right, and center. What's the little call amongst friends, right? Anyhow, yeah, that's how it going down. But yeah, though, politically incorrect, up and running. I guess I look. Anyway, wasting more time. Let me start tonight. I got some links I want to share, some information I got to share, some groundbreaking news. If you're watching this now, it's some groundbreaking news. You don't want to miss this. This has only just been released that someone has actually sued the COVID 19 vaccine. Yes, I can actually say it and not have to worry about misinformation because someone has actually sued, namely AstraZeneca, and have been rewarded for damages. And I'll share that with you in a few minutes because reality is we've been saying it all along. And finally, AstraZeneca has taken responsibility for some adverse effects that left one man pretty much paralyzed. But I'll share that in a second, like I said. So in the meantime, go tell a friend, tell a friend. Politically Incorrect is up and running. Um, uh, uh, uh. Boy, look, I cannot play that because the last time I played that, got in trouble. Can't play this one because they said the last time I played it, it was a problem with the people who own it, the copyrights. It's like they try to choke. Man, you know what? This is what you gonna do. Let me drop this tune here, right here, real quick, because I ain't even care. If they block it, they block it. If they don't, they don't. But yeah, go tell a friend and tell a friend, family, and drop this tune here, man. Politically Incorrect is in the building. I know it's the brother here. Pressure. I don't know if you know this one.
Yeah, man, they again, man, for the money trail.
I don't know. Real quick, just checking. I don't know. I don't know. Tell a friend and tell a friend, family. Let me get this link right up. Definitely gonna share this in a minute. What you know about pressure, family? Tell a friend and tell a friend. Be back. If you can hear me, it's because I am still here. But no matter what they do, they can't stop this. The things we go through. All right. Well, at least you can hear me. If you can still hear me, give me some feed forward. Let me see what's going on. Oh man, imagine that. Let me just go ahead and share this to see what happened, man. I'm just gonna put this up. I'm not even gonna say nothing about it. I'm just gonna put this up. Share screen. Which I think is interesting because it's not even doing that. Interesting. All right. Okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. Okay. All right. All right. Only politically incorrect, right? Y'all ain't got nothing better to do. Nothing better to do. All right. Let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens now. Like it won't even let me share the screen. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nope. Still no camera. I can hear you. Okay. I can now see y'all comments. Imagine that. Anyhow, you know what? That's all right. That's all right. The voice is necessary. So I'm trying to share this particular link about the IMF and a particular lady from the IMF. And it's funny because now I am looking to share that screen. It isn't doing so. All right, so you can probably hear me. You can probably see me, except it doesn't look too kosher. Yeah, that's all right. Let me go and share this screen real quick and still give you all the information. I'm just going to drop this right here. Like I said, I'm gonna just drop this particular link right here. Y'all can see that, right? Don't worry about my picture for now. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. But y'all can see this, I am sure. Okay, get rid of that. I'm just going to copy this link and paste it. Just going to drop this in the chat. All right, I'm just going to drop this in the chat, man. Y'all will have to know that I have some real important stuff to share tonight. Y'all will have to know that I have some seriously important stuff to share tonight. You know what I mean? Know that. Some serious stuff to share tonight. Hence all of this glitching and twitching and itching. You know what I mean? So, but one thing I have never done is allow the machine to get the best of me. That ain't gonna happen. That definitely ain't gonna happen. It says man over machine, right? One thing we will never do is submit that a machine can rule us. Having said that, so like I said, boy, the things I is gonna go through here. I look anyhow. Thank y'all for sticking around. Thank y'all for sticking around. I'm just going to post this right here. I ain't got nothing else to say about this. I'm just going to stick this right here. IMF will decide, you know what I mean, regarding some allegations about a particular individual and their affiliation with transactions and pressure by World Bank staff to benefit China. No other, I just going to leave that right there. Y'all go read that, look it up, do some research on it, and see what's going on. And by the way, this is just about what, 7-8 months ago. This is hot off the press. Just go look this up. Just go look this up. That's all I'm going to tell you. Go look this. The link is in the comments. Go look it up. Go look it up. That's all I'm going to say. Once I go back over this post at some point, maybe I can download this, edit it, and I'll re-upload it. I might do that. Get that little blank space in the middle out of there. So we up and running, man. We up and running. Anyhow, family, like I said, give thanks to those who support, stick around. But yeah, I just gonna put this right here, and I'm gonna leave this right here. I want y'all to go look this up and see for yourself what this is all about. Go do some homework. Go do some homework. You down here. Yeah, just go do some homework. You know what I mean? Just go do some homework. I ain't even gonna get too deep into it. Just go do some homework. They already cut half my feet. Well, circumstances. Who knows why it was? But we up and running, family. But like I said, go do some research on this. The article, the link to it is in the comments. I posted it on YouTube, Facebook. Go check it out. And yeah, give thanks to those watching on my personal page. Also on the politically incorrect page and politically incorrect YouTube page. I suppose I should say Happy Father's Day, right? That kind of stuff. For those who celebrate that kind of stuff, fathers have a very important role to play. And yes, I did say that. You know, Rastaman as a pagan thing you celebrating. I never saw it celebrating. It's just acknowledging that there's some people who do pay attention to that. And the reality is, even if it doesn't mean anything to me or you, it means a lot to some people. And some people don't even get no recognition at all. There's some fathers who go through stress with their children or the mother of their children, and there's some vice versa. But there is a story about men who go through serious problems with some mothers, man. And the toxic mother conversation is a conversation that don't too many people want to have, because it's kind of sensitive. But then you could say, you know what? It was probably his fault in the first place. That's just how society is rigged. And the truth is, that's not the truth. That's not the truth at all, man. So there's some men who don't even get they due. So just salute to the fathers, man. Keep up the works and continue to support the mothers. Always can't be a father without a mother. So they go hand in hand. And we got to get back to the hand in hand raising our children, because, that breakdown caused for a lot of problems, man. And, we got to do our best. Men, we got to step up even more. And, stop stressing the women. Yeah, I got to say that, because sometimes we do sometimes. Not on purpose, but sometimes we do. But anyhow, so that's that article right there, family. Go look that up. But having said that, I want to jump into something else real quick, too. Just real quick. And I feel that it wouldn't be me if I don't touch this, right? But I'm sure that some of y'all would have seen this particular clip. Where to start with this now? Where to start with this? Let me just start with this, man. So, yeah, we're dancing. Crop over early. A glimpse of crop over. There you go, guys. Smiley in the cut. Wait. What's she trying to do? Wait a minute. Can't even get back up. Listen, there's some things that some people ought not to try, especially if you don't know nothing about it. This is one of them kind of moments. Now, before you felt that you could pull this off and copy what you saw, you should have checked with and anyhow, that's not where I want to focus. What I want to focus on is a few things happening here. Yeah. What I think is quite interesting is how immediately our brother stepped in to save the day. I thought that was quite interesting. And I suppose that's what a man should do, see a woman in distress and help her out. Yeah. Good guy. Good catch. Good save. Could have been a cricketer. Yeah. It's all laughs and smile, right? All laughs and smile. All laugh. Everybody laughing and smiling. Yeah. All right. Everybody high-fiving. Yes. All right. Me in on it too. As a matter of fact, I want a hug. Come here. Yeah. Anyhow, let me just say this. Sarah Bertram was her name. Rather, is her name. Sarah Bertram. Go look that up, family. As a matter of fact, somebody go look that up and put that in the comments real quick. Isis, handle that for me. Shout out to Isis, by the way. Go look that up and post that. Go look up who she was and what these devils did to her. And I got to call them devils because only a devil would do such a thing. Go look up Sarah Bertram. Go look it up. Go look up. Somebody post that in the comments. Post it in the comments. Who is Sarah Bertram? Do y'all know who she is? Do y'all know? Do you ever heard that name before? Put that up. We ain't going to stick up long. We're going to just hit this and move, man. When I see stuff like this, right? Mother Sally, that's what they call it, right? Mother Sally or Auntie Sally or some sort of Sally or silly. I don't even know what it is. I wonder who was it in the first place that suggested that a voluptuously proportioned black woman gyrate to a rhythm for entertainment, especially to please massa, to satisfy massa. Wait, nobody didn't post that yet? Wait, hold on. It must be a delay. Man. No, not the Mother Sally. Sarah Bertram is what I asked for. Thank you, Sonia. Somebody put that up in the comments, man. Put it up in the comments. Who is Sarah Bertram? Somebody put that up. Okay, I'll do it myself, man. I'll do it. Hold on. Let me find a blank page. She is a woman that I think that name should automatically, we should all know who she is. Why you think they do not teach our legacy in schools? All they teach and talk about is enslavement And look how far we come. Look how far we come. Enslavement, look how far we come. That's all they teach. That's all they talk about. Who is Sarah Bertram? Uh yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. Bartman. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Tahira. By the way, it's good to see you. Shout out to Definitely your resident admin. Who is she? 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 Somebody said she was dehumanized, put on display like an animal in a zoo. Why was she dehumanized? What about her was so dehumanizing? I see Sister Isis put up what is it? Google. A Google link is also here. You can click and check it out. Sarah Bartman. Thanks, Sahara. Go look that up, family. Go look that up. Go look that up, Mr. Popcorn. Go look that up. Go look that up. She had a what? A big bottom, or what some call. So they did look, man. Go look her up. This is something that you must know. This is why we as a people should never make a mockery of certain things. We up here dancing in front of these devils, that's all I could call them, because what I want to say next is going to really jump you. It's going to jump you. I don't plan to say too much about this particular clip. Matter of fact, come back here, yeah, come back here. All right. You like that, you like that, you like that, you like it. Listen, family, you can't look at this and not think to yourself, like, wait a minute, man. Like, just look at this and think to yourself, what do you mean? Think about it. Think about it. You know, this takes us right back to the plantocracy instantly. Why is it that we can celebrate who we were before this? Why are we only stuck at celebrating enslavement and the brainwashing and the reshaping of an ideology of a great divine people into nothing but subjects and servants for the purpose of entertaining these devils? And that's all they could call it. Because who does this? I mean, who does this? So recognize who we are dealing with. Recognize who they are. Full stop. Full stop. Without apology, I say that. Recognize who we're dealing with. Are people that do not respect you because they only insist that all you could do is remind yourself about how far you came from your enslavement. Yeah. And we are so always happy. We're always so very happy to play this role. Always happy to play this role, You know, tap dancing, sambosing, house niggering. That's what we're doing, house niggering. We love it. And for what? To what extent? To what extent? What is the price of a soul in 2022? What is the price of a soul in 2022? They could cut my feed. Y'all could do whatever you want to do. It don't even matter. Truth be told, speaking truth to power. This is easy. Let me show y'all something. Let me get these. Let me get these gestures out of here, out the courtyard. I wouldn't call them clowns because that might sound disrespectful, but the reality is, it is what it is. It is what it is. But we understand why. So I don't even fault them because I understand why. I overs why. Let me show you what I overs. Watch it. Let me show you what I overs. I overs, right? That Barbados is now being aloft as proof that the International Monetary Fund is no longer the institution that pushes countries into economic reform at the expense of pain and social dislocation. This was made clear by Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva, Who noted that unlike the tough structural adjustments of years gone by that gave little consideration to the social cost, Barbados had emerged from its 4-year program a stronger economy without sacrificing the most vulnerable. We came out of that 4-year program without sacrificing the most vulnerable. Hmm. Without sacrificing the most vulnerable. So wait a minute. If we came out of it without sacrificing the most vulnerable, then the question is, how did we come out of it? How did we manage to pull it off? Oh, well, that's easy. That's easy. Sarah Bartman, yes, thank you for the correction, man. I give thanks, family. Go look that lady up. Go look it up. Go look it up. Y'all supposed to know this. Teach your children this. Understand. They had her in a zoo. And when she passed away, they cut off her parts and kept them in a vase or something. People sick, man. But devils, man. Here's the reality though, family. Let me tell you how they did it. They deferred payment, the repayment. They deferred it. Meaning, if they was putting it on you now to pay that back, of course it would disrupt the social order things, for sure. And the less vulnerable would definitely feel it the most. But what they've done is add it on the back. Say add it on the end. Well, on the end would mean the future. And who's in the future? The children. So what they basically did, family, was sold our children into service and bondage, aka slavery. The children have been sold. The generation of this nation to come have been sold for comfort now, for pressure later. Comfort now. So it makes everything look good. You know what? Y'all could do the same. Other countries can now rush to us and get money, and don't worry about paying us back now. We won't put pressure like we used to and hold you like a loan shark and clip your fingers. Pay my money and pay it now. No. You can pass that debt to your child. How old is Billy again? He's 4. He's 10. How old is Mary? She's 12, 13. In 10 years, she'll be 20 something. Oh, in her prime. We'll take her then. Don't worry. Don't worry. Family, if you all do not see what is happening here, I don't know what else to tell y'all. I really don't know. How can you sit back and watch this and think that, oh, they're doing such a brilliant job? They just admitted that they have sold the children out. And yet you want the children to behave. The children not going to behave, man. The children going to recognize what you are doing. And it's going to be hell and high water price to pay. I can guarantee you that. I know this is a Christian nation, though. They believe in the Bible. And according to the Bible, God said, I'm going to raise up a generation of warriors to deal with my issues. Put them to work. Y'all think it's a game, right? All right. All right. Serious, family. Serious, serious. As a matter of fact, though, the thing is that when they said that hold up, what was it? Without without sacrificing the most vulnerable, that is also a lie. That is a big lie. I met an elder. Today is Monday. I met an elder on Saturday morning. He's a farmer. We're doing some work on his farm actually. And I mean, if I could get him on, I would love to. He ain't into social media and this kind of. He just got a basic old time phone. He said, man, he said things in Barbados right now are so hard. He said he has never in all his 70-something years, and he's almost 80, seen anything like this. Strong elder, strong, firm warrior elder. I just sat and listened to him lament his lamentations. I listened to it almost to the verge of felt I would cry to hear the elder speak like that. And I'm thinking, man, yo, rough. Now they're reforming the pension. Rough. So all these lies they're trying to portray to the world that Barbados is this paradise and a beautiful place and the IMF is here and everything is all good and dandy. They have marginalized and have sold out our elderly and definitely sold out our children. And those in the middle gonna have to pay the price now with this pan tax, a whole bunch of other taxes. So we sell out the children for comfort now. So we comfortable now. Yes, we want this other 45 million or how much other million. So that, by the way, so that, what was it? Mr. Motley can sue Mrs. Motley regarding Junior Motley. Y'all heard that? So that Mr. Motley can sue Mrs. Motley regarding Junior Motley. Man, if y'all can't see this picture, I don't know what to say. Y'all in for a rude awakening. I mean a rude awakening. Not the folks on Politically Incorrect. The folks who maybe now coming in for the first time. By the way, I want to shout out all those who are here for the first time. And I've been getting some messages. I get your messages, all of them. All of them. You know, so yeah, that's the reality of it. I do get that. Let me see here. Mother Sally are used as entertainment in the hotels. She's used as entertainment in the hotels. What does she represent, Mother Sally? What does a woman dressed up like some old kitchen maid with a large posterior, or what we call a large butt, or whatever you call it, dancing and gyrating? What part of that is entertaining? What is when? Okay, it's entertainment. Okay, tuck man, whatever. What about it is entertaining? The fact that the black woman has been relegated to the kitchen in rags, and all she could do is shake her behind. In case your little ones watching, shout out to Ashley and Kayla and the others. You know, so this is entertainment. All she can do is gyrate and shake her large behind. That's all she's good for. There's nothing else she could do. It's entertainment. What's so entertaining about it? So that we could see her in a state where the white man feels that he has authority over her to cause her to be in this position. Let's talk facts, family. What is so entertaining about Mother Sally? Here's something that y'all may not know. There's a mural at St. Mary's Primary School in Bridgetown on the side of the staircase. As you enter, it's right there to your left. Can't really miss it. Go look at it. There's a picture of a Mother Sally also painted on this mural. You know, there's Barrow, there's Adams, a couple other people. But on this mural is also a picture of this Mother Sally. What I find most disturbing about it is that the picture is a picture of course, the huge posterior, huge, massive, almost look like you could ride like a horse or a donkey. But what I find, that wasn't what's disturbing to me, because there are some sisters who are well endowed in that department, and that's just part of our culture. What I find disturbing, however, is when you start to look up at the torso, you get up to the shoulders, you get to the neck, and you look at the head, look at the face. To me, it looks like the face of a little boy, a young boy, dressed like Mother Sally. But we don't want to have this conversation because it's uncomfortable for some. You see, we ain't ready to have these kind of conversations because we promote this thing subliminally, and we act as the adults like we don't see it because a check is involved. I look, rather that don't concern me. I just doing my job and getting my money and trying to get through the system. I don't, what you saying, I know what you're saying, but I can't be bothered with that. Okay, wow, that's understandable. But so we're gonna sell out the children. That's it. That's our solution to our issue right now. Well, they sold us out. We just gonna pass it on. That's how it is. Okay. So that's what we're doing now. We sell out the children. All right. So these are the things that's going on in Barbados, and for some reason we ain't really calling a spade a spade. It's obvious to duck. There's a re-enslavement going on in a way that is so obvious you have to be living under a rock not to see it. You know, and I mean living literally under a rock. But nevertheless, we think that, you know, maybe this will all get better shortly. When in the history of a government that things have gotten better? Barbados is such a small country, small nation, that we should be able to sustain ourselves. There's sufficient land in Barbados that everybody in Barbados can have a plot of land with at least minimum 5,000 square feet. probably even more, maybe even 10,000 square feet, maybe even 20,000 square feet. Maybe that be pushed in. I don't get into numbers. But my point is there's enough land that every family in Barbados can have a decent plot with some land to live and sustain themselves. You drive to the country, all you see is land and just bush, land and just bush, land and just bush and more bush. So the question is, who own all this land, or does it Crown land? No, it's not. It's not Crown land. It's the land belonging to the people. Because if the Crown represents the government and the people is the government, then the land belongs to the people. Just saying. So why is it that we don't have anything? Why is it that we still going to the IMF? What we need the IMF for? Tell me what we need. 45 million. 45 million. We could have legalized. We could have been put medicinal cannabis in action, and we'd have been gone clear a long time. Long time. So what happened? Why we still in this position? Why? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because there's some people who know that if you start to benefit and gain economics, you won't be dependent on them for anything. And they can't afford that. There's enough land in BIM for everybody. Take a drive in the country. All you see is hills of bush everywhere. This land sitting there, acres, hundreds, thousands of acres, just sitting there. That belongs to you, by the way. Don't let these governments fool you. They don't own that at all. That money is not for us. Say it again, man. That money is so that Mr. Motley, who never lost a case, Mr. Motley can sue Mrs. Motley on behalf of Junior Motley. Why is Mr. Motley suing the medical? Why is he suing the medical department? That's the question. Why the medical and why now? Why is he suing the medical for negligence, for fraud, for malpractice? Why is he suing? Why is he suing? Why is the father suing the daughter? You can't make this stuff up, family. You cannot make this up. And I guarantee you, he's going to win that case, and he's going to be rewarded money, and they're going to take our money and pay him. And they're all going to splurge in it. Well, so they might think. But let me show you why this might be happening. Let me give you a clue as to why this might be happening. I could be wrong. But the way this thing looking, I could be right too. Check this out, family. Check this out. If you know somebody who took a vaccine early last year, as a matter of fact, if you know someone that took the AstraZeneca, let me be more specific so you can't say nothing to me. Let's be clear. If you know anyone that took AstraZeneca vaccine, pay attention to this. You need to clip this part. If they don't want to watch the whole thing, that's not a problem. At least clip this part and show them. Show them this. I'll put the link down below as usual. But trust me, family, this is a game changer. We've been saying this for a while, and a lot of folks have been listening. But pay attention to this right here, family.
More than a year ago, a BC man became partially paralyzed following his COVID-19 vaccine. Now the 40-year-old has become one of the first people in the country to be approved for compensation. But others are still waiting. CTV's Michelle Bernaro has the story.
Listen to this, family.
With special braces for his legs.
Let me pause it for a second. Can y'all hear this clearly? I need some feed forward, man. Give me some mic check, sound check. If y'all can hear, give me some feed forward. I need to know what's going on the other side of the lens. Give me some feed forward, family. If you can hear this clearly, let me know. Let me know. If you have someone in your family, a friend, a co-worker who took AstraZeneca, if they're not sure, tell them ask questions, check their vaccine card, go look and see what you got. If you have this, pay attention. They can't even talk with no fact checks on this. This is legit. AstraZeneca has fessed up and owned up to this. So pay attention. If you can hear me loud and clear, wonderful. Let me go again.
With special braces for his legs.
I have no muscle or nerve movement or activity below my knees at this point.
Ross Whiteman is walking again, though with difficulty, and his hands, suffering nerve damage, have become stronger.
Both hands, they're, as you can see, they're curled in, and I don't have a lot of wrist strength. That makes obviously doing pretty much everything a challenge.
The former pilot and realtor developed a rare neurological disorder called Guillain-Barré syndrome after
Guillain-Barré syndrome. Where have we heard that before? This guy's a pilot.
receiving the AstraZeneca vaccine in April of 2021. Recent BC CDC data indicates just 10 people in the province seen in April of 2021.
Hold on.
Former pilot and
I want to go back. Listen to the vaccine that he took.
realtor developed a rare neurological disorder called Guillain-Barré syndrome after receiving the AstraZeneca vaccine in April of 2021. Recent BC CDC data indicates just 10 people in the province have ever been hospitalized with GBS after a COVID vaccine.
I had full facial paralysis. I couldn't smile. I couldn't show my teeth or anything like that.
I'm just kind of focusing on moving my feet.
For Whiteman, who was also initially paralyzed from the waist down, physiotherapy became a full-time job as he learned to move again.
My world got flipped upside down.
He recently received a letter from the Federal Vaccine Injury Support Program validating his vaccine injury and
Validated.
saying he had been approved for compensation, one of only a handful in the country.
It's vindicating. That's kind of the first thought that came to mind.
Langley's Sean Muldoon, who developed serious blood clots after the AstraZeneca vaccine, is still waiting for compensation and unable to work. Meanwhile, Whiteman said while he's relieved to be getting funding, the real victor will be seeing small improvements in his health.
I've got a long road to go, but I've got a lot of support.
And he says he and his family are ready to face whatever challenges are still ahead. Michelle Bernard, CTV News, Vancouver.
More than
Okay. I mean, like I said, man. I mean, like I said, I don't even know what to say about this one right here, man. I mean, this brother right here, he it's obvious, right, that this is going to be the case for a lot of people. The unfortunate part is that when people come forward and start making claims, they're going to try to deny it. They're going to try to act like this is not the reality. Oh, that's all in your head. Well, that might be due to the cricket injury you had when you was 5 years old. And they're going to try to play that game. So now Mr. Motley is inquiring about some information. I don't know if this is the direction they're going in, but what if it is the direction they're going in? And that they're saying that his son's death might be a result of the vaccine. I don't know. Maybe there's something else going on in the family. I don't know. But what I do know is that the father is suing the daughter regarding the son. That's all I could tell you. The father suing the daughter regarding the son. This began to sound like Dallas here, man. I mean, forgive me. I mean, this began to sound like an episode in Dallas, like who shot JR? Did they ever find out who shot JR though? I'm not even sure. I remember that was a big thing growing up. But this right here, serious business, family. I mean, like I said, I posted a link. If you know somebody who took it, make sure you share this with them, because AstraZeneca and the CDC is acknowledging that, yes, it's a possibility that you can have this adverse effect that can cripple you, no pun intended, in more ways than one. So, they may be having symptoms they don't even think is related because, of course, the prime servant said it's safe. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 jabs. Look at me. I am good. Well, technically not so good because from what I hear, she's on quarantine for COVID with 5 jabs. I ain't never had a jab and I never had COVID. So I don't go figure. Anyhow, family, on to other things. This right here was just one of the clips I wanted to share though. And alert y'all to the reality that this thing ain't no game, so let's see how we can somehow share this information and get the message out. I say message because a lot of people still have faith in this thing. Now they're approving vaccines for children. They want to give the children certain things with Pfizer. Listen, man, as much as they try to hide up, I mean, you could kind of claim that, well, it's not dangerous. Look, that's only one guy. That's only one guy they acknowledged. Not that there's only one guy. There are thousands of people all over the world claiming injuries, and they're trying to say, well, this is really all in your head. It's only the extreme cases where you cannot deny it that they're saying, all right, fine, you got us in the corner. Fine, we'll admit it. But unless you can prove that, then they're not going to take liability. So please share that. And there's one more clip I want to share with y'all as well regarding that. Give me a second. Let me cue it up. And y'all will see. Again, I'll put this link up also. And this goes back to Utah. Senator demands answers from the CDC. Check this out.
In our coronavirus coverage, a Utah woman and Utah senator are teaming up to get some answers. This comes after a group claims they've experienced life-altering injuries that they believe are from the vaccine. While the symptoms haven't been officially linked to the vaccine by the CDC, some are convinced that they're related. Now, I spoke with that woman to find out what she's been experiencing and why she's now asking the public for help.
There's no question that the vaccines do save lives.
Brianne Dressen is a preschool teacher in Saratoga Springs who participated in the AstraZeneca clinical trial back in November.
We all knew that some people were going to draw the short straw.
And that includes her. She got her shot on November 4th, and she says she hasn't been the same since.
Immediately, within an hour, I had tingling down my arm. And by the time I got home, my vision was blurry and double.
But that wasn't all.
My sensitivity to sound and light had become so severe that I had to have earmuffs on all the time and sunglasses.
She says that's when things took a turn for the worse.
So I had this weeks-long neurological decline. Nobody knew what was going on. I called the test clinic several times. Finally, 2 days later, they had me come in and they did a neurological exam and they said, "Oh, it looks like you have MS."
Her symptoms continued to worsen, and just before Thanksgiving, she says her legs stopped working, sending her to the ER. But after running several MRIs, CAT scans, and lumbar punctures, nothing.
I spent the next several months of my life trapped in my room by myself, completely alone and in silence. Even the sound of my husband's pants swishing was too much for my ears. We put towels on the windows, trying to make it darker. And it was a nightmare.
No answers, no relief, no hope.
I missed out on Christmas. I didn't buy my kids a single Christmas present. I've missed out on months of their lives.
She spent months teaching herself how to walk, eat, and form sentences again, all while she traveled near and far to try and get some answers.
The hospital didn't know what was going on. None of the neurologists that I saw knew what was going on.
She says she's talked with others who are dealing with the same symptoms after getting their COVID-19 vaccines.
I want the CDC to do the right thing and communicate with the medical community so these people can get help.
And while she calls herself pro-vaccine, she believes the people who are injured are being left behind.
We absolutely can have the vaccines and we can take care of the injured. This does not need to be an either-or thing.
While Dressen was at a research institution in Washington, D.C., she met up with Utah Senator Mike Lee to voice her concerns. And after explaining everything she and others were going through, he, along with Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson, agreed to write a letter to the CDC and the FDA demanding some answers. Now, in that letter, they asked for a response to each of the 6 questions they wrote out no later than this coming Monday. And if you want to read that entire letter, just head to our website at abc4.com.
Okay, yeah, I give thanks. I see that, bro. There's a mic. Yeah. I was saying that I posted a comment in the chat if you want to see that particular clip again. And If you want to, check out the report, go check it out for yourself, and just to get an idea of what's really going on. Because at the end of the day, ABC channel ABC what is it? ABC4.com. Go check it out. Just go, ABC4.com. Go check that out. If you want to see the full story, go check it out. Cannot go wrong. At least you can have an idea of what claims the CDC and the FDA is making behind the scenes. This is crazy, family. I don't know. But this thing with the vaccine is not going to go away. People are going to still take it. Some people won't take it. And that's what's going to happen. But yeah, we here though. We here. Government is a system. Yeah, we know how this thing go, family, for sure. But like I said, if you have families, someone took it, just check on them, because again, people having different things and they're just assuming is, just keep an eye. Just keep an eye is all I'm saying. Keep an eye. There's no telling that this thing could get out of hand at any minute. We really don't know. Anyhow, there's a slight, I don't even want to call it an emergency, but an emergency nevertheless. There's always something, never a dull moment here in Barbados. But I see what's going on. So what we're going to do is what we have to do at this point and make things happen. What time is it? After 9. I got to make a move, family. It's that kind of situation. Calling all troops. When you get a chance, do me one favor, family. Really sit back and ask yourself, what is the vision for Barbados the next 50 years? Everybody talking about 2020 goal, 2030 goal, this body, China, IMF, this, all these different things. But what is the plan for Barbados in the next 50 years? What's the plan? Where do we see ourselves as a nation of people? Not as separate groups. They're pushing this whole tourism thing. There's things being built, boardwalks, all kind of infrastructure that doesn't really have nothing to do with building the economy of the poor man. It helps finance the haves. But what's in place for those who looking to earn a living and earn wealth, not just earn $1 for the day, but earn wealth that they could pass on to their children and their children. What's the plan for that? What's the plan to build wealth in Barbados to help those who have never known wealth? What's the plan? There's no plan. Okay. And the reason why I say there's no plan, because it's obvious. They keep building these little tiny houses and putting you in and, hoping that you're satisfied. The truth is, family, that's what they're designed to do. Keep you satisfied and comfortable with your enslavement. Keep you comfortable with the enslavement. And there's some people who are going to be okay with that. And we understand that. But the rest of us, we got to organize ourselves now. And that goes without question. Capitalism is an interesting thing because it's failing. And the reason why it is failing is because, the more we get into these automated vehicles and computers and robots and stuff, it means you're using less people, which means that there are less people who have less money because the companies aren't paying people because they're playing machines or doing other stuff, or they're outsourcing like Guyana with food and other stuff. I'm not going to touch that too much. So my point is, if capitalism is to take from, but you're withholding jobs and opportunity to earn money from the same people that you want to take from, then what's going to happen is that it has to implode at some point because machines don't require you to pay them. They work nonstop. So what I'm saying is that this is going back into a slave situation. In some cases, there's going to be a rival between machines and man. So that when they don't want to even pay man, they just pick a machine. But at the point is, the man that they do pick, if they do pick man, there are less people working, which means there's less money circulating, which means there's less opportunity to buy the things that capitalism is wanting to push on the people. So what's going to happen then? Hell and high water. A state of China 50 years from now. Oh, that's a deep one. Don't say that. Another, somebody said the same thing, a state of China. Wow. Wow. Alan asks, the crown represent what? The crown represent us, the royal people. that don't know they're royal. So now the royals walk like servants, and the servants ride on horses. There's been a switch, family. That's why there's some things that we are diametrically opposed to and can never subscribe to. Never. You know, so yeah, that's how it goes. Anyhow, family, because of circumstances, I definitely have to cut this one a little shorter. What time is it? All right. Well, family, listen, man. That AstraZeneca thing is a serious thing, though. They actually starting to give out paper on this thing. The money, even the issue that the brother said, his health is what's most important, and getting back, mobility in his body. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right now, like I said, our focus is on what we got to do because we see what they're doing. We understand what they're doing. The problem is the people aren't even ready for that. And there will come a time when they see that. In the meantime, we have to do what we have to do. And that's the bottom line. The distraction this week is our prime servant has COVID. But this week, don't forget, I think this week is the official the deadline for the 6-week investigation for Mr. Abram. Yes, JS again. Don't get away. If I'm not mistaken, the calculation is this week is our 6-week, family. I could be wrong. Please go and double check, however, and let me know. This is the 20th of June, and this thing started way back. So go check it out and see for yourself. And expect to hear from the minister this week. But don't be distracted by the other stuff. Let's pay attention. Somebody said Las Vegas, Barbados can be a gambling place. Tourism brings money. Tourism brings a lot of crime. But anyhow, we could do this all day, every day, man. I mean, it never fails. Never fails, family. We got to get this thing organized, though. Really organized. It's been going on too long. And like I said, the children right now are the ones who are at stake, and therefore we can't sit back and just allow that. That ain't gonna work. So we gotta do what we gotta do, family. All right, that's just the bottom line. Having said that, let me pull up my joint here, my brother, real quick. I can always conquer my brother real quick. We out for now, family. We gonna link up on Wednesday. Wish I could tell you what the situation is. Just crazy. It's just crazy, family. So then you got to save people for their own self. We can't depend on the system. And no love for the children, man. They don't have no love for the children, family. Remember that. They don't have no love for the children, man. I will assist us quickly, salvation strictly. Can't hold me down, Messiah coming no sickly. Yeah, family. Provide for me bigly. Yes, one live up, but them no with me know them going down. Them a mystery, standing on the overtime, found them a history. Hail Rastafari and give him the victory. I told you, alright then. Yeah. The evil system cause the youth them to die. Cause you know I hate to see the whole world cry. Mothers and fathers try to wonder why. That is a fact. It's for I and I. Oh, Emperor, I see the eye stick. Something them never see before. Still not see I lava. Babylon your goal. Your heart of it clean. Your hands of it pure. You tell me about your guessing. You tell me you're not sure. In the Lamb's book of life, where everything's poor. Me count my blessing them more and more. Hey, them go wait till the lion roar. Hey, from sea to the shore. Alright. Every brighter day. No matter what they need and say,
Tell me there's a better way. All them a kick up on a car. Tell me there's a better day. No matter what the heathen say. Tell me there's a better way. Alright then. Your evil system cause the youth them to die. Die.
Crazy, man.
Cause you know I hate to see the whole world cry. Mothers and fathers try to wonder why. The most high is for I and I. What you know? Still I see I just is so strictly. Salvation strictly. Babylon can't hold me down.
Serious.
Working so hard to provide for me picnic. Me go live up, yo. Them no beat me. Them Babylon not go down in a them history. Them standing on a overtime from them a history. When you Rastafari give him the victory, and I tell you, I keep on.
Family, the system is what it is, family. It's what we do that makes a difference. Not what they do, but what we do that makes a difference. Raise the frequency, family. Let's keep raising the frequency. I gotta go and save Destiny right now. Imagine that, right? Rastafari. Family, look, man, it's up to us, man. All they basically did was sold out the children. That's basically what they did. They basically sold out the children. That's all they did, man. So if we don't take care of our children, family, understand, that's why they told, oh, this is great. They deferred the debt, family. They put the bill on the backs of the children. They put all that money they just took from IMF and whoever else, they put it all on the backs of our children. I'm done.
A word unto the wise is enough. You can look but
At least the last of the first Empress was there a minute. One perfect balance.
Cause out here in this jungle we roam. Every king has his throne. And if you enter my soul, I'm about to protect my own. Protect my own. I will protect my own. Protect my own. Bread basket from birth to the casket of birth. They've been talking some words. I look past it.
Looking past, man. Not no more.
The tactics and learn that the lion not turn when dog barking.
Enough is enough, family.
You burn who you spark with. And you have to go earn if you want it. So we no concern with who walking. When them spit can reach where we walking. Enemies in disguise wanna see my demise. Them no even realize I no wrong them. Cause I see that in life you achieve something nice, but achieve something twice is a problem. Then you can imagine what I face. Two up in the hand and another on the way. Plus I have another in the brain, and every other one.
ISIS, give thanks, family. I done talk, man. This thing going to another level, and we. Hey, yo, family.
Protect my own. Protect my own.